Inside is a platforming action-adventure game with survival horror elements originally released in 2016 for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. It is a spiritual successor to the developer's 2010 game Limbo. It features 2.5D gameplay similar to Limbo and Little Nightmares. The story has no narrative whatsoever and has to be pieced together based on ongoing events. It begins with a young boy, the protagonist, who is running through a forest avoiding guards set up around the perimeter. He is pursued by armed guards and attack dogs, eventually making his way into an underground facility. The company that owns the facilities and the guards seem to be doing experiments on humans, turning lifeless bodies into mind-controlled soldiers. The boy has to sneak his way through the facility, blending in and solving puzzles to make progress and hopefully find out what is going on. The gameplay is a mix of puzzles, action, and survival. There are certain areas that you will need to sneak past enemies and outrun them if they pursue you. It can be very intense, especially with how the enemies chase after you. There were multiple scenes where I could feel my blood pumping. For the most part, the puzzles aren't too hard, but a couple areas had me needing to check a walkthrough. But again, I'm not good at puzzles. Luckily, there are checkpoints pretty frequently, and dying doesn't set you too far back. There are times when you can control the brain-dead humans, and they will follow you and help you out, unwillingly. Not gonna lie though, it warmed my heart when they boosted me up to jump onto a ladder, and it was a strong sense of community. Not that they knew the difference. The art style is minimalistic for the living beings, but the environments are rich. They definitely feel the way they look. Even with no real noticeable details, the enemies and the allies are easy to tell apart. The enemies, even the guards with their masks and the dogs, are downright creepy, especially the mermaid. Seeing her swimming after me was very stressful. Even though it was fairly short, it felt like it ended on the right note. I definitely am curious about more of the story of that world, but I am satisfied with everything I experienced. It felt very familiar to the facility in the end part of the forest, the hidden areas in Portal, and the general facility in Portal 2. For some reason, I just really like areas like that. It's neat seeing a high-tech and futuristic place become abandoned and wonder what was going on in there. I could never get too far in Limbo, mostly because it was too dark for me to make stuff out. This one was light enough that I could see everything most of the time. I really liked this game and its story. I'll be looking up theories and secrets about it to understand more. It is very accessible to play and not very long, so there's no reason to not play it. Whether or not you've played Limbo already, this is a great game to play. Thank you for watching the video. Feel free to like if you liked it. Leave a comment if you know any interesting details or theories or secrets about the game's story. Thank you to all my patrons on Patreon. The new avatar art was done by my friend Lonnie, and I will link his description. I will link the website link to his description in the... Yeah. Thank you for watching the video.